issue were clear. All right, so this is what she said right here. There's always room for growth and improvement in officiating. I do find it interesting when you sit in the chair I sit in that no winning team ever complains about officiating. No losing team ever doesn't complain about officiating. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. If I'm winning off of the bad officiating, why?
The Women's National Basketball Association faces an unprecedented crisis regarding referee quality and performance as league leadership struggles to address widespread concerns about game management. Commissioner Cathy Engelbert's handling of escalating criticism has sparked debate about administrative competence during a pivotal expansion period for women's professional basketball. Mounting dissatisfaction with referee standards has emerged following numerous contests, including high-profile matchups featuring prominent players such as those between Indiana and Dallas. These games have exposed systematic deficiencies in officiating consistency that extend far beyond isolated incidents or individual referee mistakes.
She wants them to be old WNBA. And she wants the team to be what she had success with in Connecticut. She doesn't want this team playing fast. She wants them playing slow. Because let's take a listen to what she said about DeWanna Bonner.
And I'm talking about being happy personally. Like, I want her to be happy personally. I mean, there's so many things that go into it. You know, it's a different group. While system might still be very similar, it's a different group. And
Engelbert's public statements addressing these concerns have been met with substantial backlash from various basketball community segments. Critics argue that her responses demonstrate insufficient understanding of the severity facing the league's competitive integrity and player welfare. The commissioner's approach has been characterized as tone-deaf and dismissive of valid concerns raised by multiple stakeholders. Persistent referee problems have plagued the organization across multiple seasons, with particular focus on how officials manage physical contact involving marquee players like Caitlin Clark.
Why would I say something about it? Why would I say something about it, man? I think the Indiana Fever has the worst whistle. All right, they have the worst whistle, fam. The worst. Even with the win last night, I blankly saw them giving and ones after and ones after and ones after and ones, man. Now, shout out to them for finishing the play. Like I said in my video.
Documentation reveals repeated instances where aggressive actions go unpenalized, potentially contributing to injury risks and undermining competitive fairness. The financial compensation for WNBA referees, estimated at approximately $100,000 per year, creates significant disparities compared to NBA official salaries, potentially impacting the caliber of available referee talent. Current games continue highlighting controversial decisions that generate widespread criticism from viewers and analysts. The Indiana versus Dallas contest featured multiple questionable calls that many interpreted as showing bias towards specific players or franchises. Online discussion has intensified regarding perceived preferential treatment or inconsistent penalty enforcement, fostering distrust about referee impartiality.
And you know, things are happening quickly. And
I cannot believe, I mean this when I say this, I cannot believe the Indiana Fever had what was the best offense in the WNBA post-Olympic break and hired the coach with the worst offense in the WNBA to bring the worst offensive system to the best offensive team. What are we doing? Like, again, you can't teach.
Examination of referee compensation structures reveals substantial gaps compared to other professional sports organizations. WNBA officials receive considerably lower payments than NBA counterparts, potentially restricting the available candidate pool and influencing overall officiating excellence. This payment framework may contribute to perceptions that referee standards lag behind the league's expanding visibility and financial growth. Engelbert's public commentary on officiating criticism has been labeled insensitive by numerous observers. When confronting concerns about referee capabilities, the commissioner indicated that basketball's natural complexity creates officiating difficulties, especially considering athletic movement within limited court dimensions. Her statement acknowledging continuous opportunities for officiating development and enhancement has been regarded as inadequate recognition of systematic deficiencies.
Last night, I always give players props for finishing and trying to go for the basket and not trying to win an Oscar. I give them props every time. But fam, I'm talking about phantom foul after phantom foul. It was ghost fouls, man. Ghost fouls left and right, and it was clear to see that they were just calling fouls because players were falling. Paige Bueckers had so many ghost fouls, man. It was ridiculous. I'm like, dog.
The commissioner's most disputed remark involved her assertion that successful teams seldom criticize officiating while defeated teams regularly express complaints. This viewpoint has faced extensive criticism as oversimplified and failing to acknowledge legitimate referee competency concerns that extend beyond specific game results. Data contradicting Engelbert's evaluation includes numerous examples where winning teams have expressed officiating concerns. The Minnesota Lynx, despite maintaining successful records as league leaders, have been outspoken critics of referee performance. Coach Cheryl Reeve has regularly emphasized officiating inconsistencies, independent of game outcomes, challenging the commissioner's implication that complaints directly correlate with defeats.
An old dog, new tricks. Stephanie White is what she is. Amber Cox and Kelly Krauskopf, you frauds. You absolute frauds. You have scammed the fan base. You have not only scammed the fan base, you have potentially... You can't fire her either now. You can't fire her without Caitlin Clark getting the reputation as a coach killer. You cannot fire her without Caitlin Clark getting the reputation as a coach killer. You can't.
Detailed game examination reveals trends that dispute the commissioner's portrayal of officiating criticism. The Indiana Fever's victory against the Chicago Sky, featuring Chennedy Carter's disputed contact with Caitlin Clark, prompted extensive officiating debate despite the Fever's win. Similarly, Indiana's success over the Connecticut Sun included multiple questionable non-penalties that attracted criticism even with the Fever achieving victory. The physical play debate has become fundamental to discussions about referee consistency and standards. Analysts differentiate between appropriate physical contact in interior positions versus improper contact involving perimeter players, particularly guards operating away from primary action. Current officiating methods appear to inconsistently implement physicality standards, permitting excessive contact where protection should be emphasized while penalizing minor violations where physical play traditionally receives acceptance.
How many times are y'all going to call foul on a no foul? And what's embarrassing for them is that after the play happens, you get an instant replay on what they call the foul. So the chat now, we're sitting there, we're just like, dog, nobody even touched her. Nobody touched her, dog. So how is that a foul? How is that a foul, man? Oh my goodness. It was terrible. It was terrible, man. I know they're human.
Global observers have joined domestic critics in questioning Engelbert's leadership regarding officiating standards. Commentary from international basketball communities indicates that WNBA referee issues have attracted worldwide attention, potentially impacting the league's global reputation and expansion initiatives. The characterization of Engelbert as creating international embarrassment reflects broader concerns about leadership effectiveness during this critical development phase.
So we're now stuck with vomit basketball for multiple years, and we're going to see increasingly declining WNBA ratings. You have... I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. I absolutely cannot believe this. It is... It is nuts. It is absolutely nuts.
Christine Brennan's upcoming publication reportedly examines WNBA leadership deficiencies, particularly concerning player protection and organizational management during this transformative era. Her evaluation suggests that the organization has wasted opportunities to leverage increased attention and commercial potential by failing to address fundamental operational problems, including officiating quality.
And they're not going to be perfect, but man, the consistency is terrible. Some of them don't even know the rules, man. I remember there was a moment where it was a jump ball and Alyssa Thomas had to tell the ref which way she's supposed to be facing. I'm like, dog, y'all don't even know that part. Fam, it's bad, man. It's bad. I remember Monique, she was just celebrating, making a shot. I think she made an and one. She got up and she did yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She hit the stanchion.
The referee payment structure creates additional obstacles for attracting and maintaining qualified officials. Information indicates that WNBA referees earn roughly $500 per contest, substantially less than officials in other professional leagues and potentially inadequate to attract premier talent. This compensation level may necessitate officials working additional employment or accepting reduced earnings compared to alternative career options, potentially affecting their commitment and performance quality.
And by the way, snake oil saleswoman here, because she said all the right things when she got hired for the job. Absolute snake oil saleswoman. That's the only thing I can say. Snake oil saleswoman. Like, she joined a team with Caitlin Clark and said, that had success, and said, you know what? We want Caitlin. We don't want you to be, we don't want you to be you. We want you to play this slow down motion offense.
Game rhythm disruption has emerged as a substantial concern regarding current officiating standards. Referees appear to lack comprehension of entertainment value and game flow, making inconsistent decisions that interrupt natural play progression. The failure to distinguish between situations requiring strict enforcement versus moments where permitting continued play would benefit overall game quality has become a recurring criticism.
To go, right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They gave her a tech for that. They gave her a tech for that, y'all. I'm like, man, can the players express themselves? My goodness, man. Y'all want robots out there. It's bad, man. It's bad. It's bad. Even when they win, I still talk about how bad the officiating is for the Indiana Fever. Now, yeah.
Strategic manipulation of officiating inconsistencies has reportedly become prevalent among coaching staffs. Teams have allegedly developed tactical methods centered on exploiting referee patterns, understanding that certain aggressive play types will remain unpenalized for extended periods. This situation creates competitive imbalances where success depends partially on willingness to test officiating boundaries rather than pure basketball ability.
Like, just literally, fire her now. Like, fire her now. And just like I said at one stage, Christy Sides was great because Christy Sides, they didn't respect Christy Sides. They didn't listen to her. This team would be better with no coach than with Stephanie White. This team would be better with no coach because let's be real. Even with Austin Kelly there and his inability to call timeouts, they still played Stephanie White's system. They would be better with no coach than with Stephanie White.
Player safety concerns have escalated as physical play standards remain unclear and inconsistently applied. Caitlin Clark's recent injury circumstances have attracted particular attention, with observers suggesting that inadequate protection from aggressive contact may have contributed to her physical difficulties. The pattern of allowing excessive contact against star players while penalizing minor infractions elsewhere has created conditions where player health may be jeopardized. Specific incidents throughout the season have emphasized referee inconsistency problem. Paige Beaker's recent injury involving contact from Courtney Vandersloot demonstrates how aggressive play can produce serious consequences when officiating fails to maintain proper control. The incident involved what appeared to be deliberate contact to the head region, resulting in concussion and extended competition absence.
I think they're bad overall for every team and the WNBA in general, but when I'm watching the Indiana Fever, it is awful, man. Even the Seattle win, man, you literally had Ezzy holding on to Caitlin, holding on to her, man. No call. No call, man. And I'm like, dog, what does Caitlin have to do to get a foul called out here, man? It's crazy. And also, you can tell the whistle is becoming better when
Landing area violations have become another domain where referee inconsistency creates safety concerns. Multiple documented cases show players making contact with shooters during landing phases without appropriate penalty assessment. Gabby Williams has reportedly experienced landing area fouls that went unpenalized, potentially establishing dangerous precedents for player safety. Flagrant foul evaluation has proven particularly problematic throughout the current season. Analysis indicates that numerous incidents warranting flagrant foul classification have received inadequate penalty assessment. Only 1 or 2 flagrant fouls have been assigned despite multiple obvious violations, including elbows to facial areas and other dangerous contact that traditionally receives severe penalties.
And I don't care about the spreadsheet watchers saying this team plays faster. Just watch how they play. They have thrown, Caitlin Clark would throw, like it used to literally be, Caitlin would get a rebound, there'd be a runner on the left, a runner on the right, and she would launch forward. Now it is whoever gets the ball just goes meep meep, runs down and takes a dumb quick shot. There is a big difference. There is a huge difference. You cannot talk about a fast style of.
The entertainment value discussion extends beyond pure officiating to broader questions about league presentation and fan engagement. Inconsistent referee performance creates viewing experiences that frustrate casual fans who may not comprehend why similar contact receives different treatment depending on game circumstances or player identity. This inconsistency potentially undermines efforts to expand the league's audience during this crucial growth period. Content creation challenges have emerged as creators struggle to maintain engaging coverage when officiating problems dominate discussion. The repetitive nature of referee criticism creates content fatigue while failing to showcase positive aspects of WNBA basketball that could attract new audiences. This situation particularly affects creators focused on casual fan engagement rather than technical basketball analysis.
Caitlin is on the bench. You can tell. For the past 2 games, man, the whistles have been a little fair, man. And I'm like, dang, why can't Caitlin get these calls when she's in the game, man? It's ridiculous. In the same report, Monty McCutcheon, hopefully I pronounced the name right, who oversees officiating, development, and training for the NBA, weighed in. He acknowledged growing pains within the WNBA's younger referee pool. He ended up saying,
the casual fan perspective has become increasingly significant as the league attempts to expand beyond its traditional audience. Newcomers to WNBA basketball may find officiating inconsistency confusing or frustrating, potentially limiting their continued engagement with the sport. Clear, consistent officiating standards would help create more accessible viewing experiences for audiences unfamiliar with league-specific tendencies. Market considerations extend beyond immediate fan satisfaction to longer-term commercial viability. Sponsors, broadcast partners, and other stakeholders require consistent product quality to justify continued investment in league growth. Ongoing officiating controversies may undermine confidence in the league's ability to present professional quality entertainment suitable for mainstream audiences.
Play on a spreadsheet using pace. And by the way, unpopular opinion, if you play bad transition defense, which they do play this year, they play terrible transition defense, your pace is going to look better. Your pace is going to look better. All you have to do is look at the damn points per game. And anyone saying this team plays faster with Caitlin this year than last year, you are spreadsheet watchers. You're not watching the game. You are not watching the game. And one of the big problems last year was, again, their pace stat, their pace.
The timing of these officiating problems proves particularly unfortunate given the league's current growth trajectory and increased mainstream attention. The arrival of generational talents like Caitlin Clark has created unprecedented opportunities for audience expansion and commercial development. Failure to address officiating concerns during this crucial period may represent a missed opportunity to establish the WNBA as a premier professional sports property. International expansion efforts may also suffer from ongoing officiating controversies. Global basketball audiences expect consistent professional quality officiating standards when evaluating new leagues for potential support. The current situation may limit the WNBA's ability to develop international partnerships or attract overseas talent who question the league's competitive integrity.